Hey guys, welcome. Let us understand what ports and sockets are in this video. When computers communicate over a network, they don't just send data randomly. They need a structured way to know where the data should go and which program should receive it. Every device on a network has an IP address, which identifies the machine itself. But a single machine can run many networked programs at once, such as web servers, games, chat apps, etc. So this creates a problem. If data arrives at a computer, how does the operating system know which program it belongs to? This is why we need ports. A port is a logical number that allows the operating system to direct incoming network traffic to the correct application. Each network program asks the operating system to bind to a specific port. For example, a web server may bind to port 80. When data arrives at a computer, the operating system reads the destination port and then forwards the data to the program that owns the port. Without ports, all incoming network traffic would be mixed together and applications wouldn't know which data belong to them. Now, to make a port active, a server binds to it and listens for connections. Binding means the program claims ownership of the port, and listening means it is ready to accept any incoming messages. When a client program like a web browser wants to communicate with the server, it sends a connection request to the port and IP address of the server. The client does not take control of the port, it simply targets it as the entry point. However, a port alone does not represent a conversation. Consider a web server which handles thousands or even millions of users at once. A single server port cannot manage this. Instead, the operating system creates a socket for individual connection. So, a socket is a software object that represents one unique communication session between two devices. It is defined by a combination of the protocol being used, the client IP, the client port, the server IP, and the server port. This allows the system to keep clients' data separate even though they all connect through the same server port. Once the connection is accepted, the server does not communicate through the listening port anymore. Instead, it communicates through the socket that is assigned to the specific client. The port remains open only to accept new connections, while sockets handle actual data transfer. In simple terms, ports accept connections and sockets manage conversations. Sockets are essential because they allow the operating system to track each conversation, manage data flow, and maintain connection state. Now, for example, when you open a website on your laptop, your browser selects a temporary source port on your computer and then connects to the server's IP address on port 443. The operating system creates a socket for this connection and tracks the flow of data while the page loads, and also closes the socket when the session ends. This entire process happens automatically in milliseconds, allowing millions of users to browse the web simultaneously without any collision. So, in summary, ports are logical numbers which allow the OS to direct network traffic to the right process, while socket is a software object that represents a unique communication between two devices. Ports allow many programs to share one computer, while sockets allow many conversations to share one port. Ports decide which service should receive data, and sockets define the exact connection that data belongs to. Together, they make large scale internet communication possible. Thanks.